Hello and welcome back to my channel and welcome to Stretch the Sketch. I was so thrilled when Janet, my lovely friend Janet, asked me to join this collaboration because I love it. It's one of my favorite series and I really do want to get some more double pages in, some more 8.5 by 11s, and try some new sizes, which I am doing today. So of course, as always, all of the links to my lovely friends who are playing along with this fun series will be down below. Here is the sketch that Janet provided us this month. It is from Rhonda Palazzari, I hope I'm saying that correctly, and My Mind's Eye, somewhere around 2013. So I looked at the sketch, and to me, this screamed either 8.5 by 11 or what I did, 9 by 12. And I did 9 by 12 because my lovely friend Sarah, in her membership sort of site, I don't know what it is. It's like it's on her YouTube channel, but it's a separate little section. For members only. She challenged us to do a 9 by 12. So the first thing that I did is I rotated the sketch, and there we go. Here is my 9 by 12. Now, this is so much bolder and louder and colorful than my normal style, but I think I love it. If you watched my Freeze Friday on Friday, I had gotten a few supplies together to do this layout, and originally I had planned it to be on craft cardstock with other supplies, and then in the end I really wanted to use this lovely paper from Stampin' Up, as well as this lovely sort of goldy yellow, which is in this paper. So I decided to go on black cardstock, and I love it. So the first thing I did, of course, is cut my paper down to the 9 by 12. And I must say, your first thought would be, well, that's just basically the same thing as an 8.5 by 11, but it's not quite. It's not quite. And I did struggle a little bit, but I love this layout in the end. So I started with my photo cord, and that's one of the reasons why I rotated the sketch, is I wanted to use a portrait photo. This is, of course, my little Chopin, who you all know fairly well. And then I went with this larger piece on the background, and that's where I wanted to use that gorgeous floral, which is on a white background, but it's got some black and some green and blues. It's got some gorgeous colors in it. And if you look on the sketch, this looks a little bit like stitching, and that's what I did. Friday afternoon, I wanted to sit back, relax, watch Christy's Freeze Friday and some of Sarah's videos. So I sat back and I got my stitching on, and I did just a little bit of a back stitch, just a little bit of a frame, exactly the way it is here. Got that on my cardstock. Got my photo backed on black cardstock as well. And then the next area that I went to is wanting to do these little scallops. And this, I have to admit, I struggled with. I started, because if you look here at the sketch, it sort of looks as though it is one piece of paper or one piece of cardstock. So the same color, just arranged differently on the layout. And I tried that, and in the end I did not like the way that looked at all. It just all seemed to fade in and disappear into one another. So I went in and I got a little bit of this lovely paper, and then this paper and this paper. This is the B side to this A side. And I did all of my scallops, and I liked that a lot better. So I got that arranged onto the layout. And then to me it was looking a little, okay, it needs a pop, it needs something else, and what am I going to do for this item here, which on the sketch would be journaling. I didn't really want to use it as journaling because I've just done a layout where I did journaling all around the side, so I didn't really feel like doing that again. Didn't want to do more stitching. I could have stitched in white, and that would have been lovely. In the end, I decided, I have no idea why and where that idea came to me, but I guess because I wanted white, I remembered that I had some craft inks. Is it pigment ink? A craft ink in my stash from Stampin' Up, which is Whisper White. I dug that out, dug my lovely 49 and Market stamp out, and stamped. And I quite like it. It's not perfect. You can see the black through it, so it's, I guess, would you call that translucent a little bit? But I kind of like the effect. So I got my stamping down, and then I really felt that it needed some pop. So I went in and I got another Stampin' Up paper, and the A side is this lovely floral with the beautiful hibiscus on it, and the other side is this green, which matches the green in this pattern paper perfectly. So for the elements down here, that's what I started playing with. Now this is bold and bright, and it's sort of not normally something that I would think to use when I'm using this pattern paper, but in the end I love it, but I needed to outline it. When I put the banners here, it just faded. The golden yellow faded into the golden yellow here, and I found there wasn't enough. I think in hindsight, I would have liked to pop that up. If I do it again, I would pop it up. At least pop up, see, yeah, wouldn't that be a lot nice? Just pop up the ends. I might go back and do that because I do like that idea. Anyway, so I outlined in black, outlined this in black as well. This I did pop up, got my tag. Now in the sketch the title is there, but I decided to put my title here and use this sort of as a journaling card. I think this was probably maybe another photo. I do not have another photo, so I decided to do my title and my journaling on this sort of like journaling card, do the tag, and then pop just a little bit of a circle back here outlined again. And then because I had all of this colorful element down here, I used the cutoff part from this circle, it's a 2-inch circle punch, up here. And my title here is Place Thief, and I use this lovely, lovely transparent sticker from the Redefine Creative Shop that she uses to seal the glassine bags that she puts some of her yummy, yummy exclusives in. So, Place Thief. Ever since I set up the spare/TV room, Chopin has claimed the sofa as his. I think he must smell Sophie, because my lovely sister from another mister brought this to me as she was moving, and she brought me the futon here that I could set up in my spare room. So I think he must smell Sophie maybe on it. Anyway, as soon as I get up, he quickly jumps up and takes the spot, and he looks so pleased with himself. And this photo I actually took on a Sunday afternoon, and I was texting back and forth with my friend Helen, and it was so funny because I was sitting on the sofa watching a video, and then I would go over and I would have a little bit of a chat with Helen and go back and forth. And I did this a few times. And each and every time I got up and went over to the computer, Chopin jumped into my place. So then I would sit, of course, further down on the sofa to watch the next video until he decided to leave. And then we would go through this. We went through this a few times that afternoon, so I thought it was quite fun. And then just a little bit of a finishing touch, I went into my Spiegelmom scrap stash and got this lovely mix called Smoothie by, and this was designed by Jody Compton. And I took the sort of reddish, pinkish red, magenta type color here that matched perfectly the hibiscus, and I used 2 of the little sequins and 1 of the little florals that sort of looks a little bit like a hibiscus, and got those in a few spots on the layout as well. So I really had fun with this. Please make sure you go on over and check everybody else's. You're going to see for sure, I'm sure you're going to see some TN spreads. You're going to see some double pagers, maybe some 8.5 by 11. The only thing you will not see is the traditional 12 by 12, which is what Stretch the Sketch is all about, is to do anything but a 12 by 12. Make sure, again, you go on down and see all of my lovely friends, and I will see you again next month, where I might do a double page, or I might actually try a 6 by 8. What do you think? Would you like to vote on that? Vote down below. Leave me a comment. See you soon. Thanks for being here. Bye.